Hello beautiful souls, welcome back to another video on Starseed Academy. My name is Jenny. So today I wanted to talk with you about Orion and the constellation and everything that's going on there because I'm not seeing this information anywhere else. And it's very important to and connected to what's happening on Earth right now. So before we jump in though, I just want to remind you to please like this video, share it, subscribe for new videos every Sunday and Wednesday. Links in the description box if you'd like a reading from me or want to work with me for a healing session. Okay, so as you all know, well, maybe not everybody knows, but if you've been following me here for a while on my channel, then you know I have a really strong connection with Orion. There's a video series here on this channel. It's like a 3-video series about my Orion experience, my lifetime there. Though I do feel like I've had more than one lifetime there. That's the only one that's come through to my knowledge. And that was because it needed a lot of healing. So I did a lot of healing and a soul retrieval to, kind of heal everything that happened in that lifetime that left my soul fractured. So basically what I'm sensing, feeling, and receiving from that Orion connection, because I am very connected with the Orion Council of Light. I know I have a bunch of souls that are my family on that council. And so I do talk to them pretty regularly. And so what's going on Orion, and maybe not a lot of people realize that Earth is not the only planet going through what we're going through. And by that I mean that also happening on Orion is a massive takeover from beings with dark agendas. And that would be, in this case, draconian beings. Now, different than the ones that are on Earth. Sorry, that was a motorcycle going by outside. So the ones that I've seen on Earth personally, to me, I would describe them and have always described them before I even know what reptilians were, and I'm trying to describe what I'm seeing. I remember being like, it looked like a velociraptor, like scary, right? Like that's what it looks like to me. If you've ever seen Jurassic Park, the shape of the face and the teeth and the eyes and stuff and the claws, it looks like a velociraptor. Even the same kind of tail, right? Walking upright just like that, like I don't know, pretty freaky. So, but that's like a lot smaller than what's happening on Orion. On Orion, when I tuned into it, what I saw was that these are more like giant beings, and some of them look like dragons, so they look like dragons and like with wings and everything, but their faces look more like a Tyrannosaurus Rex. Like if you could try to find a reptilian that somewhat looks like it. And that's the difference in the size scope of what we're got here on Earth. Like picture like a velociraptor against like a giant Tyrannosaurus Rex. So very big and very different. So Orion had a lot of reptilians go there from Draco, because the Draco constellation, I don't know how familiar you are with all the issues that they've had, but they have had a lot of planets die within their constellation, like the resources being used up. I don't know if overpopulation is a thing for them. If it was, that would be super ironic, because I don't know if you saw the last video where I was talking about the visit that I had from a reptilian that was like full of threats and stuff. What they were saying was that humans were like mindless breeders, overpopulating the planet, decimating it, and using up all the resources. But like really, that's like the history of the Draco constellation too. So I've tuned into people, again, a lot of the time it's you guys, having a reading with me, and then we look at a past life. And if you've had a past life in the Draco constellation, a lot of this history comes through, where you see like a planet that's like a desert, like hot, sandy, not a lot of resources or water, and it's very much like bandits, every man for themselves, like kind of war-torn areas, almost like a third world country you would see here on Earth. But planets like that, a whole planet. And they've lost a lot of planets in battles. They've lost a lot of planets to the resources. There's just a lot, like there's no room for them basically. If they continue to expand, which they will, which is their desire, because they always want more. So they're trying to always be expanding to take over more territories. Their whole thing is like more, more, more. That's like basically their, their motto. So then they came to Orion. A lot of them went to the Orion constellation. And, cue my story with when that happened. In different areas, like not just in the belt, but a lot of like the bigger ones. I think one's called Betelgeuse. I don't know if I'm saying that right. But there's a lot of like bigger stars and planets where they are existing as well. And in the Orion's belt is a lot of like the monarchy, like the original inhabitants or the indigenous people of Orion, and they have this beautiful monarchy, and they have, it was beautiful. It was of the light and all of this, and that's what's being taken over or destroyed, or the wars just continue. Just so many wars in Orion, really. So, just so that we're not alone in what we're experiencing here on Earth. It's happening in other areas around the universe. And that's just one example. Just imagine, like, how many potential places where that could be happening. Like, we know that there's been huge wars on Mars and that they were forced underground. Saturn's not a great place to be. Like, there's a lot of things that have been taken over. So, and then also what's happening on Orion that came through recently when I was channeling is that they also experience, like, not only the people or the reps trying to take over, or I shouldn't say reps, it's like Draco, people trying to take over, but also that controlled kind of manipulation and that power struggle that we see here, and same kind of games being played. And then on top of that, what came through, and this is really sad, is that they also are experiencing human trafficking of their women and children. Now, obviously, they're not human. They're other different kinds of species, but still, they're women and children, right? So it's really sad and heartbreaking to see that it's almost like a weird kind of mirror reflection of what's going on Earth to a lot of places in Orion, but specifically, like, I'm connected with the Orion's belt and see a lot of that happening to the poor people there. So anyway, so this all came through because of the work that I've been doing, trying to shine the light on the darkness here on Earth, and doing a lot of like astral missions with my members where we go and try to shine the light and, make a difference, make an impact in different areas around the Earth. And so Orion, the Council of Light, the Orion Council of Light, has actually offered to join me and my members, and I know I talked about this in the last video, but to join us on our next mission, because we plan on making a big dent in the problems here by going all the way down to inner Earth. And so they've asked to join in, and then also requested, well, maybe after that mission, maybe you could then come to the Orion's belt and also help, which of course I would be like, my heart is in Orion. I would be so happy to be of any help at all, because like truly that's my family. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about that today and just let you know that, this Draco influence is happening in multiple places around the Earth. And also remember that even when they're the larger ones, like these dragon Tyrannosaurus Rex sized reptilian beings, that they are still not the ones truly in charge. Like, I always sense that they are in a way following orders from something higher. And whenever I try to tune into that, which, you got to be careful trying to tune into or connect with that, but what I have seen is large shadow beings. Now, I talked about them in the video on this channel called Lionsgate Portal. Talked a lot about the shadow beings. And there's also lightning beings. Like, there's a lot of just weird, huge, very large, like almost as big as the planet kind of thing, shadow beings. So now that being said, because this is a universe of balance and duality, that means that there are just as large light beings too. So, but yeah, so anyway, I just wanted to talk about that. Now I feel like now I just want to tune in for you guys to Orion, or maybe the Orion Council of Light, and just see if there's a message that wants to come through for them. I know that they want to support us, and so they might have something that they'd like to share with the Starseed Collective, which is you guys, the audience. And then just before I do that, I just want to also remind you that not to be judgmental or stereotyping an entire species. So you can't say all reptilians are this way. It's not true. That would be like saying all humanity is this way. No. It's about the soul within, isn't it? Being a human is secondary to the soul's intentions and the quality of the soul within. And that is the case for the entire constellation of Draco. So please keep that in mind, because there are so many beautiful souls that have had lives or do currently live there. And there's even an entire Reptilian Council of Light, and they also have like what they're trying to create also is a military or an army to fight for the light, to shine the light on the darkness and all of that. So just remember that. Okay, so before I started this video, I've already set up my protections, so I'm free to talk about this kind of stuff and channel and all of that, because I've already connected to Source, Gaia, set up the protective space around me, and even an invisibility cloak, so we're good to go. Yeah, so I just want to tune in now and just ask Orion. I'm seeing the Orion's belt right now, so I feel like the message is going to come from somewhere in there, or maybe the council. We'll just see what comes through. So right away, I just heard, we are with you, we understand. And that we would be and this is them speaking, that we would be of so much more service if we could. But as it stands, we are also facing all of these dark agendas, battles, psychic attacks, all of those kinds of things happening. Physical attacks, like I said, with the human trafficking, or not human, but the trafficking of their women and children. And so they're basically just saying that if they could be of more service to us, then they would be. And that they, especially in the Orion's belt, that they are, they have a past connection with humanity, where during times of golden eras and disclosures where they were free to, because they're so close, to, like, we were free to visit one another, and share information, share knowledge. What else? And that the Orion Council of Light has a powerful place in the Galactic Federation. Of course, the Galactic Federation has many different councils within it. They have a strong place in that, the GFL, and that they are always interested in how Earth and humanity are doing, that their love and their hearts are always, that we are always in their hearts. They're saying that you are always in our hearts and in our prayers. Okay, what else? We will lead with you whenever we can. Oh, wow. And they're even saying, like, let's come together. Which makes sense, because they've offered, like I said, to come be a part of a mission, and then they've even asked if maybe we would reciprocate. Oh, that's powerful. Oh, I got chills when I said that. Ooh, that's my sign. That's a powerful, interesting. Oh, I'm getting so much downloading. Hold on. That's a really powerful alignment, or what's the word? When two different nations come together to work on the same cause. You know what I mean anyway, like an alignment of forces. And then they're kind of like saying, like, I feel like maybe I'm the perfect person for that, because I'm an earthling right now, but my heart is in Orion and my family and all of that. So it's like bringing the two powerful forces together. And yeah, they're still saying, like, I'm still hearing, like, and this is coming from, like, the monarchy, I feel, in the Orion's belt. I kind of feel like it's somewhere in the center there, these messages that I'm receiving, and it's like, we would be more powerful together. And if we work together, when we work together. Oh, okay. I even think maybe that's now why I received that thread in the first place, because I was going to do something to bring the two together. So instead of us trying to do everything within just Earth, like that, we could bring in another council to help us. That's amazing. Okay, so working together with Orion and Earth, working together to like mute these dark forces or take their power away, or like balance the light and the dark again, to take back control, to take back free will, to bring back balance, to set our nations free, they're saying, because it's a star nation, right? And we are also a star nation on Earth. Okay, anything else? That's really powerful. Like just the idea of this camaraderie of these like forces working together. Like they have a military, of course. And then the Orion Council of Light plus the monarchy of Orion work together to, you know, decide everything that's happening within that Orion's belt area anyway. They're saying we have lost much, but we have not given up hope. Do not give up hope. It is not over. It always looks darkest and most dire right before the light shines through. Do not give up. Why do you think that you would be receiving astral attacks, energetic attacks, threats, warnings, if you were not about to make a giant impact? And this is for all of us. We are all making this impact. That's beautiful. And that really inspires me for this upcoming mission. So interesting. Yeah, they're just giving me a little bit of details about that, what's coming up for Inner Earth, and that it might be more than one mission. I'm feeling now that we might be continuing to go there. Yeah. We'll see what happens with the first one, but I feel like it's going to be something that we need to do a couple of times at least, with the help of these beautiful souls. I'm so grateful. Thank you so much. Thank you so much to the Orion Monarchy and the Orion Council of Light. Thank you. Thank you for all of your beautiful, kind words of encouragement. And of course, in any way that I can be of service, I will. We are so much more powerful when we work together. And that's what the reptilians don't have. They don't have that. The ones here on Earth, yeah, I'm getting confirmation of that by this visual of like the bigger ones in Orion and then the ones here on Earth. There's no camaraderie, communication. They just play the same games to, maybe they learned it somewhere. Like maybe there was some kind of weird dark training, or maybe it's the higher up shadow beings that just do the same things in different areas, but it's not like they work together because they're too egotistical and selfish. They want it all for themselves. They wouldn't want to share. But meanwhile, here we, these beautiful beings of light, powerful warriors of light, can work together to make a greater impact. And that's what we have that they don't have. And to utilize that, wow, so amazing. Okay. I feel really inspired by that message, so hopefully you do too. And now maybe have a better understanding that we're not alone in this either. Yes, so think about joining the membership group if you haven't, because we do these missions regularly now. It's needed, right? We need you. We need to come together because we're so much more powerful together, as was just demonstrated. So think about joining and being a part of the solution and the light shining on the darkness. If you feel called, if your soul is calling to you to do this work, do not ignore it. Do not delay. It is time. This is the time. We need it now. Everything is in flux and in transition, and timelines are uncertain. This is the time to make as much of an impact as we can. So I do call on you. I call on you, please. Awakened souls, warriors of light, agents of free will, join us and help. So thank you so much for tuning into this today. Please share, please like this video. Please make sure you're subscribed for new videos every Sunday and Wednesday. And of course, if you want to work with me one-on-one, you're not ready for a membership or these kinds of missions, and you just want some one-on-one readings or healing sessions, links are in the description box below for that. And then, of course, before you go, as always, listen to your heart and the quiet voice within. Because you are so much more than the body you are in. Thank you, beautiful star seeds. Have a great day. Bye.